Talking of opponents, one who is confirmed is for Ebanie Bridges in December. It's a couple of months away still, but she's got obviously as a world title, as a world champion, that they get sorted out a lot earlier, and fingers crossed it stays that way. She's defending her IBF bantamweight championship against Shannon OConnell, two Australians fighting in Leeds, which I wouldn't have thought we'd see, but I'm sure it'll be a very entertaining fight. What do you make of Ebanie? And compared to other fighters you've had in the past, where does she sit in terms of how much they've improved while they've been working with you?
Well, Ebony, I've only had one fight with Ebony, and that was for our world title fight in Leeds. You know, when she won the world title. So it was all very new, and I've never trained a girl before, but I treated her like one of the fellas, and it was quite different to training men in many ways. But what she does have over all my prospects at the moment, she's got she's won the world title, but she has got she's 35 years old, so she's travelled, she's worldly, so that goes a long way with in this fight business, you know, with experience, you know what I mean? But we're facing Shotgun Shannon. Is that her name? Shotgun Shannon? Shannon the cat. So I'm actually I've really got the buzz for this fight, because I've had a look at this opponent, and we have got our work cut out. She is very, very experienced, but you know, Ebony, since Ebony's won that world title, she is 3 times the fighter than she was when she won it. And she needed to be, because for me, I felt that a lot of her work was rushed, and therefore her shots, you know, wasn't landing as good as I think they could. And we've had a lot of time. We actually thought we was fighting on the 24th of September. We got prepared for that for a voluntary, but then the IBF forced us a mandatory, and obviously we're getting on with the mandatory now. But that's done me as a coach and Ebony as a fighter a lot. It gave us more time to hone in on what I feel Ebony is capable of and better at doing than she was doing before. So I really got, and yesterday I really got the flavour for this fight with the 2 Aussies in Leeds. I can't wait.
Are you kind of relieved it's not over in Australia? Would you have fancied that really long flight?
To be fair, Dan, you know what it is, because I've been a fighter myself, and I kind of get there is a process to all these camps and wherever they are in their life, in their boxing career, and it is a journey. But once you've got a date for a battle, wherever it is in the world, you know, you just get your head down, you get on with it, and you oversee, you make sure you're happy with the arrangements, and we've got enough time to acclimatise, etc., and we get on with it. You know, I've been to America, I've been to Austria, I've been to Europe, I've been all round, and you know, lucky enough, fortunate enough, I've been around, so you kind of get accustomed to it. But I actually thought Ebony would have initially, when I heard of her defending her title, it could happen in Australia, I thought she might have gone with that. But she's made the UK her home right now, and she's doing good. She's networking really good over here at the moment, you know, in and out of boxing. So she wants to make this a life at the moment. So I'm happy to obviously, it's easier for me to train her here than go to Australia. But I'd like to go to Australia and defend it over there with Ebony at some point. But at the moment, we've got to get a nut down and crack on with what we've got in front of us, and that's in Leeds on the 10th of December, I think. Is that right, Dan?
December, yeah. You guys have done a wonderful job together, clearly. You work a bit with Elbrook as well. As a traditionalist in boxing, did you need a bit of convincing at first to start working with female fighters as well as the men?
Well, to be fair, you know, Dan, what it was, as I say, I wasn't a lover of women boxing, being you know, of the old school, you know. Being of the old school, I'm 53-year-old, so you can imagine where, you know, my old system and that, and its beliefs sort of thing. But as time went on, Katie Taylor, you know, Katie Taylor. She actually, I couldn't help but admire the way she fights. And since Katie Taylor come on the scene, then that was me taking, you know, taking a lot of notice of women boxing. Actually, when I worked with Dillian White, he watched a few females, American fighters, and you know, we watched them. We watched them at times, and then I couldn't help but admire Ebony's fight against Shannon Courtney. I thought she'd done a wonderful job in that fight, and I actually met Ebony later on after that fight, and I told her, you know, how I thought she did in that fight, and I also thought where she could have done things better as well. But I didn't tell her that, and not until we started to work with each other, sort of thing. Yeah.
When you were a pro, because we've just seen the all-female card, boxer card on Sky Sports, historic thing for the UK, and has done really well viewing-wise. But when you were a pro, was there any kind of women's scene in the UK? Do you remember anyone about, really?
Yeah, there was actually Jane Couch. Remember Jane Couch?
Yeah.
Jane Couch. I think she probably was the one to start off the female boxing in the UK. We had a girl boxer in the Peacock Gym. Forgive me, I can't remember her name, but I can see her clearly right now. She was a girlfriend of one of the professional fighters, Rocky Dean, actually. Rocky Dean.
Okay, yeah, I remember Rocky Dean.
Yeah, Rocky Dean, and she was Shaney. Her name was Shaney.
Oh, Shaney Martin.
Shaney Martin. Well done, Dan.
Yeah, I've pulled it out of memory banks.
Yeah. So I remember Shaney Martin, and then, but shortly after, Jane Couch, I'm pretty sure, was she was the lady that for me kicked off women's boxing. Although I wasn't a lover of it because it wasn't so popular. But as I say, in the last couple of years, Katie Taylor got me looking at boxing, and I thought, you know, I've been into Loughborough University and been around the country and around Europe boxing. I've had an opportunity to train some German girls from boxing, or a German girl, I should say. She did pretty well. Can't think of her name now, but it didn't excite me back then. So you got to move with the times, or you get left behind.
Glad to hear it.